And the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Randolph.
Here.
Commissioner Avery.
Here.
Commissioner Hendrick.
Here.
Commissioner Clausen.
Here.
Commissioner Leftley is absent this evening. Commissioner Simpson.
Here.
Commissioner Turner.
Here.
City Manager Lowell. Here.
Communications. I need a motion to receive and file pending agenda items and the Environmental USA.
So
letter.
moved.
Support. Any questions or concerns on communications? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Public comment. Residents are welcome to address the City Commission. Please state your name and address and limit your comments to 5 minutes, please.
Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, Joe Moran, 710 Pleasant Street. I had a chance to view the last meeting on the internet, and I came away with a couple of concerns. At our expense, the state provides a service and does the research to determine the best cost for maintenance and police vehicles and heaven only knows what else. Rather than use this information that we've already paid for, 3 members of this commission voted to require the city's administration to seek competitive bids, thus taking them away from their normal time on task and causing the taxpayers additional expense. Now, is it wise financial management to seek competitive bidding? Of course it is. But in this case where the state already provides that service for us, why would we do that? This is seemingly a poor use of the taxpayers' dollars. That vote leads me to another concern. When a motion is made and seconded, the opportunity to discuss details and issues and opposing views comes up. After discussion, if any, a vote is called for. While it's reasonably clear why those voting in favor of the motion are doing so, it's not clear why those voting against it are doing so, especially if no objections are made during the discussion phase. If no reason is given to explain the no vote, the public is left in the dark. Now, while commissioners are not bound to give an explanation to a no vote, the public has a right to know. In the interest of transparency in city affairs, an issue I know is of particular concern to Commissioner Hendrick, I'm strongly recommending that this body adopt a resolution requiring the explanation for a vote against a motion on the floor unless prior discussion has already made that choice clear. In the case of the above vote last meeting, since due diligence would have been done at the state level, what could be the reason to vote no on the waivers? We dealing with hidden agendas here? We playing politics? We don't know. None of you were elected to this commission to play at politics. You were elected to serve. How does a no vote on that issue serve the citizens of Marine City? We don't know. Have a point to make? Let's hear it. But you're not here to make points, you're here to make a difference. Again, I believe the people have a right to know not only how, but why their elected officials vote the way they do. Moving forward, please respect the citizens of your city and provide us for the reasoning behind your votes. Then we can all know, you know? Thank you very much.
Anyone else?
wanted to kind of give you some things that are coming up that I thought I might want to share with the commission. But June 24th, we are welcoming, along with the Chamber of Commerce, the Detroit Children's Choir to Marine City. There'll be 32 members of the choir coming to Marine City to visit, and they're going to be providing us with a free concert in Drake Park at 2 o'clock. And they're going to be visiting the Mariner, visiting town. They're going to be eating at one of the local restaurants, for free, and then we're going to take them to the Sweet Tooth for ice cream. But they're going to be walking through town, and they're going to also do 2 sets of choirs in the street. So if anybody would like to come out, it'd be great to support them. These are kids that come from very low income backgrounds, and they get to do field trips every once in a while, and they pick Marine City, which is really cool. So a lot of these kids have never left the city of Detroit, so I'm hoping that we can get a big turnout in Drake Park on June 24th at 2 o'clock to see the kids singing. A couple other neat things we have going on. We have 2 premiere movies. One is called Night School, and another one is called Written Off. And both films, they're both documentaries. They're both, one is a world premiere and one is a premiere to Michigan. All proceeds from any ticket sales are going to River Rec Teen Zone to help with funding for startup. Both films, Night School speaks to the issue of people that have dropped out of school and return as adults to get their high school diploma, so it's quite compelling and a nice story. Written Off is something that is very pertinent to this area right now. It is about a young man as a teenager that went into the doctor to have his ingrown toenails removed and became addicted to opiates, and then later on became addicted to heroin. And so it's his story through his journals and the struggles that they went through as a family and friends and everything else. So I encourage anybody, to come out to the Mariner. You can get tickets online. You can call me. I'll be more than happy to hold them for you. But all proceeds from sales of the ticket go to River Rec Teen Zone. So we love, anybody's support. Okay? Thank you.
Anyone else? Hearing none, we're going to move on to, I need an approval for the agenda.
I move to approve the agenda as presented.
Support.
Second the motion. Should that be amended?
Can we make that approve the amended agenda?
Sure, I approve the amended agenda as presented before the meeting today.
Second that again. Does that make it the third?
Any other questions or concerns on it? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Need approval for the minutes of the City Commission meeting June 1st, 2017.
Move to approve the City Commission regular meeting minutes, June 1st, 2017, as presented.
Mr. Avery.
I second the approval of the commission meeting minutes.
Any corrections or deletions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Motion to approve the closed session meetings, June 1st, 2017.
So moved.
Support.
Any concerns or deletions on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I need now a motion to approve the consent agenda for the departmental activity reports, the Marine City Area Fire Run reports, the Zoning Board of Appeals minutes, May 3rd, 2017, the special event permits for Praise in the Park, the special event permit for Concert in the Park, Maritime Days addition of the list of events, the business license for Dapper Dudes Hair Lounge, business license for Big River Barbecue, and the rec activity report.
Move to accept and file the consent agenda.
Support. Any questions or concerns on it? All in favor? Yes.
Roll call vote.
All roll call vote.
Commissioner Avery?
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick?
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Simpson?
Yes.
Commissioner Turner?
Yes.
Mayor Vanderbosh?
Yes.
Carried.
Just a question, very general. Wouldn't it be more appropriate to ask for questions prior to taking the motion and then seconding?
That's due to Robert's rules. That's
Yeah, it's
the
parliamentary
Is it
procedure.
that way?
Yes.
It seems strange. I haven't checked lately. Thank you.
There has to be a motion on the floor first,
Yeah.
Mhm.
then discussion.
Okay.
Moving on to unfinished business, I have the second reading and adoption of ordinance 2017-1, the supplemental code ordinance.
I move to approve the ordinance 2017-01, supplement code of ordinance.
Support.
And this is we're going to be printing, this is for the printing, correct? To binder everything and have it printed?
This is to, in essence, adopt as a whole our ordinances, which includes all of the ones that we've done since our last supplement.
Any other questions or concerns on it? Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Hendrick?
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Simpson?
Yes.
Commissioner Turner?
Yes.
Mayor Vanderbosh?
Yes.
Commissioner Avery?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Second, we're up to a second reading on the adoption of ordinance 2017-2, the water sewer rates.
I move to the adoption of ordinance 2017-02, water and sewer rates.
Mr. Avery.
I second the adoption of the ordinance for water and sewer rates.
Any questions or concerns on that? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Clausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Simpson?
Yes.
Commissioner Turner?
Yes.
Mayor Vanderbosh?
Yes.
Commissioner Avery?
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick?
No.
Motion carries.
Moving on to board appointments. Planning Commission, we need to do them individually, correct?
Yes.
Currently, we need to appoint 3, that's correct?
That's correct.
So I would like to appoint Jacob Bryson.
Support.
And that's a,
You could probably make one motion for each commission, so maybe to appoint each of them, is that correct?
or do we do?
Usually we do each candidate.
Candidate, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Sorry.
We've got support and for Mr. Bryson. Any questions or concerns on it? And that's a reappointment, correct?
No,
That's not, that's a new appointment.
he would be the
And
new,
it's nice to see new people
absolutely.
put in.
Well, it's nice.
Communication a long time ago, he was on the board.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Next, I'd like to appoint William Boutel.
Support.
Any questions or concerns on Mr. Boutel? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Next, I'd like to appoint Graham Allen.
Support.
Any questions or concerns on Mr. Allen?
Just to really thank him and Mr. Butel for signing back up. They've been a wonderful asset to the planning commission so far. And as Ms. Hendricks said, you know, thankful for all the new individuals who've expressed interest in filling board seats that are open. It's a constant problem for the city, so we appreciate anyone willing to step up.
Anyone else? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Next, we need to appoint two for the TIF Authority. First, I'd like to appoint Rebecca Bryson.
Support.
Any questions or concern on Rebecca? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Next, I'd like to appoint Darlene Jafaris.
Support.
Any questions or concerns on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Next, we're going to the Marine City Fire Authority Board. I'd like to appoint Mark Posey.
Support.
Any concerns or questions on Mark?
That's a reappointment.
Reappointment, yeah. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. And then the last is a library appointment, and this is for Lydia. Lydia. I think, yeah, I have a pronunciation on the last, so I
Where
don't.
was there? I would support her appointment.
Okay.
Lydia W.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions or concerns on Lydia? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Next, we're moving on to funds due to TIFA.
As you recall, this was in the step process heading towards August. The information we would be looking for this evening is there any outstanding monies, loans, or otherwise where money would be due to TIFA prior to the 18 date? It's my understanding that there are no such monies due, but I would like to hear from our financial experts.
As stated in the office memo, there are no funds, there's been no loans, nothing, everything's been paid. So there's nothing more I can tell you other than there's nothing owed to any of the three authorities.
Okay, so we just need a motion to receive and file this.
Yes.
So moved.
Support.
Any other questions or concerns on it? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Next, we're coming up to the plaque that's been brought to the commission. Or would you like to? Thank you.
Okay, I hope she's not watching this, or she won't be watching this. Our beach fundraiser committee met, and we thought it would be nice to do something special for Grace Halpin. As you know, she has been an integral part in Marine City and teaching many children how to swim. She's a huge part of the beach. She is the beach as far as I'm concerned. She was part of our committee. She was the first to volunteer to clean up and the first to run there and open doors and whatever. So her heart is the beach. So we thought it would be nice to do maybe a proclamation from the mayor and a plaque for her to have. But we would also like to do a plaque that we could hang maybe on the bathrooms or somewhere on one of our, the city buildings that would state something similar to this. So I guess we need approval for that. It would be 8 by 10. The cost for the two items would be around $100, but there would be no cost for the city because we would take care of that. But we would love, if we could maybe have her here and do a proclamation and
I think that would be
make something
wonderful.
special for her.
Mr. Avery.
I make a motion that we adopt the plaque for Grace Ann Halpin.
Support.
Any questions or concerns on it? I think it's a wonderful, yes, Dave.
Yeah, I think Grace is absolutely wonderful. She's done many, many things for the community. I appreciate Laura and everyone else for, bringing this up. I think as a city, we're not always great at recognizing the many people that, put in all the extra effort and really go the extra mile for us, whether they're volunteers, community members, staff members. I think it's something that as a city we can do better about, but I really appreciate you guys spearheading that. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing for a wonderful person.
Good, okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
I think it's wonderful. She actually taught me to swim, my brother to swim, and then we've taken our son down to the beach, and she's worked with Daniel too, so it's been a long time. So, very nice.
Okay, so how do I move forward if I get the plaque and the proclamation? Do I just
We should invite her to a meeting.
Mhm.
bring it to Chris? Okay, good, thank you.
Our next meeting will be July 20th.
Any other questions or concerns on it? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thanks, Laura. All right, moving on to waiving fees for 823 Bruce Street.
I'll make a motion to waive the fees at 823 Bruce Street in the amount of $250.
Support.
Any discussion on it? Hearing none, is that a roll call?
Yes.
Roll call
Yes.
vote, please.
Commissioner Simpson.
Yes.
Commissioner Turner.
Yeah.
Mayor Vandembosh.
Yes.
Commissioner Avery.
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick.
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Next, we're moving on to the resolution 017-2017 for voting equipment.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 017-2017 to purchase the new voting system from Dominion Voting.
Support.
And any questions on it?
No, that's not gonna cost the city anything, it's,
No, that's
You're
a,
actually approving
Right.
them a grant.
right.
anyone else? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Turner.
Yes.
Mayor Vandembosh.
Yes.
Commissioner Avery.
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick.
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Commissioner Simpson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Moving on to financial business 2017 tax rate request.
Okay, in the past, we used to do it part of the budget, but then last year, the reason is that I switched the procedure is last year, we had a little problem only because the equalization department at the county does not qualify or quantify what the amount is supposed to be as far as the factor until after May 31st, and we always have to adopt the budget second meeting. So what I did is I've switched that so that now this will never happen again. Like what happened last year, we had to go back in and reapprove the millage rate. I did confirm this information with the county, so I know that the millage rate is going to be, that we're requesting to be levied July 1st is 16.7846. That's with the 2017 current year Headley millage reduction fraction of 0.995, and this is the maximum number of mills that we can levy.
Can we get a motion for the,
Make a motion that we accept the 2017 tax rate request for our millage, and note that it is less than what we had last year, and that's by law, but it just shows that we have to be careful.
Support.
motion and support, any questions on the tax rate? Roll call vote, please.
Mayor Vandembosh.
Yes.
Commissioner Avery.
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick.
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Commissioner Simpson.
Yes.
Commissioner Turner.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, moving on to resolution number 012-2017, special assessment for delinquent accounts.
This is a list that I provide every year at this time. It's any delinquent property cleanup invoices that have not been paid. As you can see, I have $625 total going for property cleanup invoices. The water sewer construction special assessment is that 40-year assessment that began in the 80s. That'll be close to being done. Again, just so you know, the procedure is on these actual two ones, and as well as the delinquent water, there is a notice sent to the property owner notifying them to give them another opportunity to pay it before it goes on the taxes. And if it doesn't, then you have to approve it as the board to authorize me to be able to put them on the taxes. The water sewer construction does include interest, but that's part of that special assessment. There's a total of $543.58 going on that. And then the delinquent water sewer accounts are just specifically ones that we cannot shut off, you know, for some reason or another. The amount listed here is awfully low compared to some other years. So, I mean, we are doing a good job of trying to collect the delinquent accounts so we don't have to resort to this process. And the amount is $1,830.87.
Okay. Any questions from Mary Ellen or City Manager on it? We do have motion support on it. No, we need a motion support on the resolution, please.
I move to approve resolution number 012, 2017 in regards to delinquent funds.
Mr. Avery,
I second that motion.
any questions or concerns on it? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Avery,
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Simpson,
Yes.
Commissioner Turner,
Yes.
Mayor Vandenbach.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, moving on to disbursements, including payroll of $110,224.09.
Make a motion to include, to approve disbursements, including payroll, in the amount of $110,224.09.
Support.
Motion and support. Any questions or concerns on disbursements? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Hendrick,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Simpson,
Yes.
Commissioner Turner,
Yes.
Mayor Vandenbach,
Yes.
Commissioner Avery.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Now we're moving on to resolution number 013-2017, the budget amendment.
Basically, what I'm going to do is not go through this unless you have questions. I mean, it does explain, if you look at the, after the resolution signature page, it gives you an explanation for each reason why we have increased or decreased certain revenues or expenditures. So I didn't feel, unless you had questions, that there was really a necessity for me to go through each one. Just keep in mind that when I do increase expenditures, that doesn't mean anything like, I do it more as a safety net because I'm worried if something comes in or something, I want to make sure that we don't go over the department's budget because you're not allowed to go over the department's budget. So just because it's showing this as your bottom line as net of revenues over appropriations, that doesn't mean that's where you will come in. It could be higher, it could be lower, just depending on the year-end outcome.
Can I get a motion and support for,
I move to approve resolution number 013 of 2017 for the budget amendment.
Second the motion to approve resolution 013, 2017.
any questions or concerns on it? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Simpson,
Yes.
Commissioner Turner,
Yes.
Mayor Vandenbach,
Yes.
Commissioner Avery,
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick.
Yep.
Motion carries.
All right, moving on to fund transfer resolution. Resolution number 014-2017.
Okay, This one is for transferring the funds from the water and sewer fund to special assessment fund, and this is to cover the estimated deficit in the special assessment fund. Special assessment fund is that water sewer construction project. And since most of the people have, paid off their outstanding special assessment, this is going to result from it. And this is an annual, normal procedure that I do every year until that is paid off. It's going to continue.
Can I get a motion to?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 014-2017 to approve the fund transfer from water sewer fund to special assessment fund of $1,255.
Support.
Motion and support. Any questions or concerns on it? Hearing none, roll call vote again, please.
Commissioner Simpson.
Yes.
Commissioner Turner.
Yes.
Mayor Vandembosh.
Yes.
Commissioner Avery.
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick.
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, let's do fund transfer resolution number 015-2017.
This is the transfer from the cemetery fund to the cemetery trust fund, and this is to cover the estimated net charges in the cemetery trust fund. Primarily, the only items that get charged the cemetery trust fund is any interest or bank service charges.
Make a motion to approve resolution 015-2017 to approve the fund transfer from cemetery fund to cemetery trust fund in the amount of $65.
Support.
Any questions or concerns on this one? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Turner.
Yes.
Mayor Vandembosh.
Yes.
Commissioner Avery.
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick.
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Commissioner Simpson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And let's move on to fund transfer resolution number 016-2017.
This is a new one this year. This is coming from the water and sewer fund to the pension fund. And this is the additional revenue that we're receiving from the sewer contract with Cottreville Township, and it's due to the change in accounting principles for the retirement expense. Those changed in fiscal year 2015-16, and this is after the auditors did their final review of it, and this is what we billed Cottreville for. And since it was due to a change in accounting principles, the city manager recommended that we transfer that money from water and sewer fund to pension fund, which would help with the unfunded liability, because this is not normally something that we would have received. And this helps take care of that unfunded liability.
I move to approve resolution number 016 of 2017, the amount of $25,685 in the water sewer fund to the pension fund.
Mr. Avery.
Second the motion to transfer the funds
Any
from the water and
questions?
sewer to the pension fund.
Any questions or concerns? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Mayor Vandembosh.
Yes.
Commissioner Avery.
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick.
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Commissioner Simpson.
Yes.
Commissioner Turner.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, we need a motion to receive and file preliminary financial reports.
So moved.
Support.
Any questions on the financial reports? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. City managers report.
Quick. Attended ZBA, Planning Commission, Homeland Security, Emergency Management, and Scott's Transportation meeting. This week, the state held an emergency management drill for a potential statewide event. We were gonna have some communities in St. Clair County become involved, but the state wasn't really coordinated enough, so they held off on that, and they're gonna roll it out to the local communities as practice for us. Clerk's Department attended training for new voting machines, and the clerk will be at at a conference next week. We will be posting the new newsletter that we created online, and copies are going to be going out with the tax bills July 3rd. The charger that the police department was returned from service. However, the radiator had a problem and went right back into service. Continuing negotiations for the DPW Teamsters Union contract. I visited the Richmond DPW for a demo on a biosolid dewatering device, kind of interesting thing. I don't know if it's something that we would be able to afford, but a very interesting way of dewatering the sludge at the wastewater treatment plant. Bids are out for the Mary Street Sewer Project. The Moby mat has been installed at the beach. Unfortunately, we couldn't really set it up the way that we would like to go into the water at this point because of all the extra sand that we brought in. We wouldn't really have a good slope, so that's something that we'll hopefully be able to change. Maybe not this year, but in time, eventually we'll be able to. I'd like to congratulate Dan with our DPW department. He obtained his S4 water distribution license. We received a nice note from one of the residents that was affected from the water main break on South William that thanked Mike and his crew for their work. Tomorrow here at Fire Hall, there will be a HAP Wellness Day that will be from 10 to 1 o'clock. Gymnastics and swim programs start next week. We'll still be continuing some registration next week and late registration as well. Working on migrating information from our existing website to new cloud-based services with WordPress. Trying not to lose any of the functionality. It will have a little bit of a different look. And we're not going to have all of the meeting minutes and packets online originally, but eventually that'll be just a project to upload more as we have time. St. Clair County Monday, June 19th at 1 o'clock is going to test their emergency sirens because they did a recent siren reconfiguration. Wade Trim, our planning consultant, was out last Saturday conducting their parking study. They were hoping to come back tonight. Unfortunately, with the weather, they didn't think that it would be a good idea, so they're going to try and reschedule that sometime next week. Working with Planning Commission on the master plan, we've come into some issues with questions about park names. There are some that may or may not have ever been renamed, so we may wind up bringing that back to City Commission just for verification of some of the park names. The park community build will not be happening this Saturday. Mike did not have an opportunity to prep the beach area for that yet. He's going to be out of the office tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be able to get to that within the next week or so. They've also been a little waylaid because of the water main break that they had. The next tentative date he's looking at is Saturday, July 1st. And that's all I have.
Any questions for the city manager?
I guess my only point, I don't think July 1st would be a good one. So,
Busy weekend.
Yeah. Otherwise, we're looking at, I think, the middle of July would be the next tentative date, unless we choose to do it on a weeknight, which is always an option.
Okay.
There's a lot of people off of work and on summer vacations. That might actually prove to be better.
Yeah, we'll have a better idea when he can get the time to get to the park and get the site ready for the playground equipment. So we'll get word out via Facebook and email and whatever methods we can, the DPW sign, so that we can hopefully get people out there to help. Because I know our next meeting isn't until July 20th, so we could potentially have it done by then.
Everyone all set with the commission, city manager? Mr. Turner, you want to start us off today?
Just one thing, congratulations to the organizers and volunteers of Comic-Con. It was an outstanding event. My understanding, there was like 1,500 people in town that day. And Spider-Man crawled up the side of the Mariner and cheered all the kids on, so it was a pretty cool event. Thanks and congratulations. That's it.
I just wanted to let everybody know, just have a safe 4th of July, and please review our ordinance on fireworks. Let's not have anything burned down or upset your neighbors too much. There are certain rules on when and where you can fire them off, so please review that, but have a safe holiday.
Simpson.
Yeah, I'll pick up where Commissioner Hendrick left off. Happy Independence Day to everybody. We want to be sure to be responsible with fireworks. Not only is it the public safety issue, but we also want to keep in mind a lot of our veterans and those coming back from overseas have suffered from PTSD, and it can be a difficult time for them, and also for animals at home. So we just want to keep Marine City is a small town, homes are very close together. We want to keep everyone else in mind when we're doing that. I know I've had several issues with people lighting them off at 4 in the morning, that kind of stuff. We can't regulate them around the actual holiday, but we just hope that people celebrate responsibly and keep others in mind. Also, today was the last day for school in the East China School District, so people just give a heads up that you might have students running around sidewalks and near the beach and places where they might not be normally running during the day now. So those of you that maybe have a normal schedule that aren't used to looking, if you'd give an extra double check when you're going through an intersection or watching for kids at play in yards, chasing balls and those types of things. We just want everyone to be safe out there. Sometimes the young folks, no matter how much a parent or a caregiver tells them, they're not always as aware of their surroundings as we'd like them to be. So some of us more responsible people probably have to, take on the extra burden and look out for them too.
All set?
Yes, thanks.
Mr. Claus?
I just wanted, it's Father's Day weekend, so everybody can honor their father if they had. Take advantage of thanking them for what they do for them. And just have a good holiday. Thank you.
I have nothing to add to all the nice things that have been said. Thank you.
Yeah, I know it's last day of school today. My son had to let me know a couple dozen times. I got to attend his graduation from 5th grade, which I didn't know they had graduation from 5th grade, so now I know. And got the look because I wasn't going to go. I was going to keep farming. Wife said no. Yes, the Comic-Con, I wish I could have participated more. It looked like a ball, and I want to thank the police officer for being kind to the General Lee and the Roscoe car when they didn't behave. And it was, I can say that, the Duke boys never got caught on TV, but they got caught at Comic-Con. And it was a very nice outing, and I thank everyone for worked so hard at it, and it was a beautiful day. And just if everybody could come down for the kids choir, it should be a really nice time. So, and then we have the movies coming up this next couple weeks. Paul Miller's going to be in town tomorrow morning, so he'll be broadcasting from the Mariner. So, if anybody wants to stop by, see how the radio show goes. That's about all I got. Anybody want to go? Give me a.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All right.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.